Hello everybody. So for everybody that's been wondering, or well, at least not wondering, asking as well, what the point of LabView is and where you would actually use it in real life, I have come upon the chance to actually show you guys, and I'm gonna be doing this on camera so everybody else can see. So what we're going to be doing is some kind of analysis of experimental data. So I'm going to go ahead and start LabView right here, and here's what's going on basically. So there's an experiment going on where they're trying to determine the I guess the walking stride, or how people walk. And as you can see, and this is kind of blurry, but as you can see here, there are markers on the person. Yet this might not be sufficient information. So what we need to do now is we need to get this analyzed. Now, one way of doing this, obviously, is to use automatic detection, but that's not what we're going to do now. What we need to do is set up a program where a user can look at these images frame by frame and select all the points. So basically the hip, the knee, the ankle, and the toes. And then export this data in order to be used or analyzed in a different manner. So that's what we need to be doing. So let's look at this problem. First thing is you should divide your project. Always do this. So we're going to have a project that's made up of multiple things. The first thing we need to do is we need to load the videos. Now thankfully, I believe all the videos are going to be in the AVI format. If they are not, well, okay, so let me rewind. So LabView comes with a module called the Vision module, and this allows you to pretty much manipulate images and videos. So what we're going to be doing is we are going to be using these vision utilities in order to do what we need to do. So first thing is we're going to have to load the video, and for that we're going to have to use these functions here. So let's see, this is the first time I actually deal with AVI specific sorry guys, this is the first time I deal with AVI specific palette here. So let's see what there is. Create, we're not going to do that. Right frame, close, open, read frame, frame data, and filter names. So okay, so first thing we need to do is obviously open the AVI. And let's see, so here it is. You see AVI path, and then it gives us a reference number. And the way this works in LabView is this reference number, this line output here, is going to be essential because it will basically refer to this path chosen. So let's go ahead and do create a control. So here it is on our front panel. So this control is going to be the file path for the AVI video. So I can go ahead and load this now. Let's say we load this one, and there it is. So there is the first one. Now, once this happens, as I said, we have the reference number. It's important to close the AVI at the end. So I'm going to connect them for now, but it should be noted that this should always happen. The reason is to clear up your RAMs, and to not leave any references that are open while processing, because it will slow the processing. Because basically when I open this video, that means that it has been loaded into RAM and it's actively waiting for me to use it. So when I'm done with it, I should get rid of it. Should not keep it there if I don't need it. Let's see, the next thing we could do is probably get the information out of this video. So here, there's a cool feature in LabView where I can actually take the reference out of here and use it elsewhere. And this is just to simplify the clutter. So instead of having this branch out, I could actually do something like this and have these equivalent. So that's fine. and gives you a more of a direct view of where the data is flowing. So let's see what information this gives us. The frame data, I guess, number of frames, image type. The only thing I think would be interesting is the number of frames. So let's get that data out of here. So let's create an indicator for that. So there we go. So these are the number of frames right now. So let's go ahead and run this as is and see what happens. So alright, so this video has 1024 frames. Let's go ahead and load another video. Let's load this video and see how many frames that has. That also has 1024. Okay, let's check this one. This one has 685. Alright, so this might be due to the length of the videos. Let's see. Yeah, they are both 4 seconds. Alright, so there apparently is like 256 frames per second almost. And this one here should be about 2.5 maybe. Alright, so now we know that this works and we know how many frames we have. Now why is this important? Because as I said, the user is going to have to select the points frame by frame. So I know that sounds horrible, but yes, that means they have to do it 685 times for this video alone. We might need to add something to maybe drop some frames that are very, very close to each other, and we'll get into that in a bit. So the next important piece is to read the frame data. So let's get this wire here, and we'll go ahead and clean up all this clutter later on. So let's see, read this. So first I need an image. So what this is a blank image, and when dealing with vision I mostly like using the something standard with the vision utilities, and that's gonna be this iMac create. So what we're gonna do here is create an image, and I'm not gonna worry about the image type because it will be automatically set when something's actually put into the image. The only thing I could set here is the name, and I'm gonna create a constant. I'm gonna call it test1 for now, but we can give it perhaps more creative names as we move along. Also, as I previously mentioned, and I like doing this immediately when I put out something because this becomes a problem. I'm gonna use this IMAQ dispose, and this basically is the same as this one. It's gonna get rid of the image, right? So I just created an image here. I just put onto this image some data, and this I want it to be deleted later on. Now let's see what else do we get here. Frame number, right? So basically which frame do we want? And there's 685 of them. So for testing purposes I'm gonna just do the first frame, frame 0, and we'll worry about the specifics and the details later on. But for now let's worry about this. So, and then this is deleted. Now before deleting I want to see it. So I should be able to right click, create an indicator. Oh, okay, so it's not creating the indicator. I want an actual image indicator. Let's see, does it actually say property? No, we have not discussed these properties and methods. We'll do that later on. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the front panel and go to the vision section here. I can probably leave this out here for later on, and I'm gonna do an image display, right? And we can do this one or we can do this one. I really don't see much difference, but I like the classic look more. So we're gonna use this one right here, and I can actually make this a little bigger, and we'll go ahead and customize it in a bit. So let us connect this image here to see what the image looks like. Now I see a problem here, but I'm not gonna say what it is yet. I'm gonna test this first. Yeah, exactly. We did not see an image, and the reason we cannot see an image is because the image at this junction is going to the deletion and here at the same exact time, and this causes the image to be deleted and shown at the same time. So basically there's no image. I think we don't need this anymore. So what I'm going to do just for the testing purposes that we are dealing with right now, is use a flat sequence, which I have not yet discussed what this does, and I'm sorry about that, but I'll go ahead and explain it later on. So I'm going to put the image in here and the disposal in here, connect these to each other, and connect it to up here. There we go. So basically what I just did, in a short way of explaining, what happens is that now this block will process before this block at all times. So the image will be uploaded before it's deleted. And let's do that. Oh, we still don't have an image. Well, this is interesting. I would have thought this was guaranteed to work. Let's put the AVI in here. See what happens. Maybe it's an overall deletion issue. No. Alright, now I'm very confused as to why this is not working. Let's try a different frame. Let's try frame 1. No, again. Let's try another image display. No image. Okay, let's try another video. Also no image. This is very interesting. I'm actually not sure. Let's see what this does. Create constant 1. Also no. Okay. Let's leave this closing of the AVI. I'm going to delete these, and I'm going to make sure that this happens first. There we go. Okay, now we got an image. Okay, so the issue was definitely with the deletion. I'm not sure why that was happening though, but it was definitely had to do with deleting the image from the RAM. We'll go ahead and handle that issue later on. For now, I want to just make sure that this is working. There we go. Okay, so let's do zoom to fit. There we go. So here is our image. So it works. This is the first image. This is the first image. So here's the first image. Now the next thing we're going to have to do is we're going to have to create a sorry guys. Okay, so what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to be able to set points on this. So this is a point, this is a point, this is a point, and this is a point. So that's what we're gonna have to do. And can we set line? We could probably set them as lines. Can we do multiple lines? Let's see. If we do this to here, to here, to here. Maybe we could do it this way. Oh, okay, so now it's stuck. How do I get it out of there? Stop, exit. Okay. Something has gone terribly wrong here. Alright, can we clear? Clear. Okay. So obviously if we do it this way we're gonna run into errors. Let us see what is available to us. If we go into the vision and motion utilities, if we go to overlay, okay, so these are just things we can overlay on top of this image. Image management, image manipulation, pixel manipulation. I don't see anything here that really would help us. Region of interest, calibration, color. Okay, maybe image processing, filters. No. We could probably use these. Oh, I was gonna say to auto detect, but that doesn't seem to be it. Analysis. Line profile, histogram. I'm not seeing anything we can use. Machine vision. Select region of... Oh, look at this one. IMAQ select point. Okay, let's see how this works. So I'm going to put it here. Let's see. So it says window number. I'm not sure what that is. Image in, prompt, color. It gives us image out and a point. Okay, so let's give that a shot. So if we go in and give it image in, is that all the data I need? Can I run it now? Okay, interesting. What's this 25? 8-bit image. Okay, so select this point and this point. Oh, you can only select one point. Okay, and click OK. Interesting. Let's see what happens here. Create an indicator of the point. And this is right there. Okay, let's run this again. Let's see what's going on here. So it's showing me the image. I can click on this point, and I have to click OK. And there we go. It gives me the point. Okay, that's perfect. That's very interesting. Okay, so let's see. Can we do this 4 times? Create constant. Let's do it 4 times. Delete this and create an indicator. And I'm gonna make this bigger. So now it's array because of this indexing. I believe I've spoken about it earlier. So let's see what happens now. So we run it. We click here. Click OK. Okay, it comes up again. 2, 3, 4. Oh, perfect, perfect. Okay, but I don't like it. It seems inefficient because like I don't know on which point I am now. So that's horrible. I need to know which point I'm dealing with. So I don't like that. Let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do to fix this. I'm gonna move this. I'm gonna make this bigger so we can work with it. Move this away, make this bigger. I need this area to work with. So let's move all this out of the way. There we go. Just make a ton of space. And again, we'll condense everything at the end. So let's see what we have. We have this image. Oh, no, not you. Alright, so we have this image here. And then that's giving me an image out. So if I take this image out, I should be able to feed it back into the system, right? So let's do that. But first, I think I saw this just a second ago in the overlay here. We can overlay points, so let's do that. Let's overlay a point on this image. So, okay, I'm looking here, image in. So I always look at the help. So image in, it says point an array of points. In this case, I have a single point I want to put in here, and that will be the image out. So let's do that. So this point goes into here, and then I want this to go out as the image. Now I'm going to do a shift register here, and use this image instead of that one. And I'm going to use this image to enter through here, and see what happens. So let us see how this will affect the sorry guys. There we go. So let's see how this will affect the program. So we select the first point, click OK. Oh, I'm not sure if you guys can see it. There's a tiny 1 pixel red dot. Can I zoom in? Yes, I can zoom in. So there it is. It just set 1 pixel to red. Okay, so what we are going to do is, let's see. Yeah. So, okay. So if we say 0, if we do this without selecting a point, it gives us 0, 0. So we're gonna have to investigate this further. Let's see what else we have available to us. Cancelled. Okay. Let's see how cancelled works. I'm gonna create an array out of this and an indicator. So I always use indicators as a testing profile. So let's see what happens. So if I click this and say OK, nothing happens. If I click OK again and then cancel, then OK. So there we go. It only shows me the one that was intentionally cancelled. In this case, the third one was cancelled. So this is going to be important information for us. So if somebody cancels at any point, what we need to do is we need the system to come back out here instead of keep prompting him. So basically what we want to do is we do not want to confuse the user in any way. I don't like this point, obviously it's too small, so I'm gonna come here back to this overlay. Let's see what else is available. A line, multiple lines, rectangle, oval. I like this. Let's do an oval. So I'm assuming it works pretty much the same way. So we have an image in, image out, bounding rectangle. Okay, drawing mode, frame. I think that would be whether it's filled or not. So by clicking on the help and more help, we get more data on every single point. So drawing mode, frame, specifies whether to draw only the frame of the oval or fill in the oval. So I definitely want it to fill in the oval, so I'm going to use that option. Bounding rectangles, coordinates of the bounding rectangle, they define the oval along which the arc lies. Okay, so left, top, right, bottom. Left, top, right, bottom. Okay, so basically we set the rectangle and it will draw an oval inside of it. Okay, that's easy. We can do that. So first we connect the image in and the image out. But apparently we need to do some modifications to these points. Let's see. If I click here, it shows me what's going on inside the point. So this is a cluster of two elements. Now I have not talked about clusters yet, but basically they're a way of compacting data. I like to say that you do it in order to transport the data from one place to another. But it has a lot more in-depth features. Alright, so now what we're getting here is the X and the Y. The top is the X and the bottom is the Y. So what I'm going to do is I need to do some subtraction and addition. So let's go ahead and do all that. I might be doing this a longer way. There might be a simpler way to do this, but for now I believe this is fine. So I'm gonna get a constant number here, and let's say 5 or 10. This is, so what I'm gonna do is, if you guys recall in this, if we go to detailed help, we're gonna need the left and top. So left, top, right, bottom. Left, top, right. Pretty straightforward. It's going clockwise from the left. So the left is gonna be the X minus some number. Then the next one is the top, which is going to be the Y plus a number, right? Coordinate system. So I have this here wrong. This should be minus plus minus. So the Y plus 10, then the X plus 10, and then the Y minus 10. There we go. And we have to feed it in as a cluster, I'm pretty sure. So here's our cluster. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And that goes into here, and that goes in and comes back the other end. Okay, let's test this. So run this. Shows us the first picture. We're going to select this point. Okay, so there it is, but it's not filled. Yeah, so if you guys remember, so we set the second point, say okay, and then the third point, okay, and then the fourth point, okay. So there we go, 1, 2, 3, 4. That is perfect. I think having it not filled is fine, right? And if we want to adjust any, we can just say, okay, we should add buttons here that says adjust second button. Then it gives you a prompt to adjust the second button, the second one. I think that would be great. And then there will be a next button at the end. And if you cancel at any point, we want it to cancel all the way. So there's going to be a lot of features that we need to add into it. I hope you guys get this first part. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and end this video at this point, because I don't want the videos to be very, very long. And I will start a new video and we'll keep working on this. See you in a bit, guys.